Okay guys, in today's analysis we have VEX 25 and VEX 10, and I know it's been a while since I dropped the video based on analysis, so we're just gonna get into it. So VEX 25, I always use like the 4-hour time frame just to map out like the structure. So what we look for is, like as you can see here, we have lower lows and lower highs, which means whenever we break structure, let's say maybe we have a break of structure here, what you intend to do is to look for a POI or a point of interest so that you can continue with the overall downtrend. So in this case, we are looking for selling opportunities on VIX 25. So firstly, here is the structure here. So we have our high here, low, and previously these were our low, high, low, and then we have our higher high, higher low. Then this was like our higher high around here, and then a higher low. Then this was a higher high right there. Then it seems like we had a change of character around this point here. So that was like the overall change of character, or the market showing us that we are no longer looking for those buying opportunities. Instead, we are going to look for those selling opportunities, guys. So let me just draw out like this as like our CH to confirm that this is like our change of character. Then after that we had a nice pullback. So if even if like you use the fib tool from the high to the low, what you can clearly notice is that we tapped into that area, or the golden zone, of which it's this one here. I like using the golden zone just because it confirms like a lot of things for me. And then as you can see right there, we had a nice tap, then the market started pushing to the downside. And then even if you use like that 3 candle pullback, what you can clearly notice is that this is your high, then this is your low. We can have like your first candle here, the second candle, then the third candle, which means this is the confirmed pullback. Instead, around this point here, it was just messy price action. So you can take your fib tool from the high to the low, then you can clearly notice that we didn't reach any area of interest. Let's say maybe for the golden zone, this is the golden zone, we failed to tap into the golden zone, and then this was this order block around this point. So that is where like the market reacted from. So this is the break of structure that we have here. So the BOS, just like that, the BOS. So let me just use like a B for this illustration here. Then we have this as our low, lower high here, then this is our new lower low, then this is our lower high right there. So this confirms a clean break of structure in this sense right here. Then looking at the structure, you can obviously see that we also had liquidity around this point, just like that. But like the market has to move first before you can just confirm that we have liquidity or not. Né? So from the high to the low, you can clearly see that we tapped into the golden zone or the fair value gap, just because this Fibonacci settings cater for like areas of imbalance, of which that's your fair value gap whenever you're using ICT, of which that is the same thing. SMC and ICT, the same thing, guys. Né? So new break of structure came up, as we can see right there. Then this is like a clean pullback that you can use or confirm with. So first candle, second candle, the third candle. So using the fib tool from the high to the low, just like that, you can see that we tap into that discount area, as you can see right there. Then around here, this is a new break of structure again. So around here, this is the clean break of structure that I was talking about. Then the market continued to push to the downside. As you can see, we pulled back using the fib tool again. You can see that we tapped into that 0.5 level, of which it's this imbalanced price action right there. Then we had this as our supply area, of which the market tapped into the fair value gap and also that area of imbalance. So just like that, we have a new break of structure, just like this. So clone, then this is the break of structure just around this point here. So which means that this is your new low, lower high, lower low. Then the market decided to create a high high, of which that confirms a change in trend. So right now we're going to take this change of character and just put it around this point here, just like that. So it means that we have a change of character, which means we are no longer looking for sales. Instead, we're going to look for buying opportunities. So now we're going to look at areas of imbalance. So let's say around this point we have imbalance, just like this, imbalance price action here, of which it leads us to using this supplies demand zone around this point here. And then at the lows, obviously we have this relatively equal lows, of which we're going to refine on the lower time frame. So we're going to use that as our liquidity area, guys. So what do we expect is the market to pull back into an area of interest? Let's say this one here. For this one, I'll be waiting for a confirmation just like this before we can start looking for buying opportunities. But like if that does not happen, we have to switch over to the 1 hour time frame. So we can just refine this zone to this one here, and this one is also important. As you can see, this is the last demand zone, or the last order block that gave us that nice push to the upside, or the drive to break structure, guys. So we're going to use that one also. So we're just going to refine all these two liquidity around this point, of which this liquidity here is very important. And then at the bottom we also have this area of demand. So we're going to use this one here just because we have liquidity at the bottom, and then we also have an imbalance just around this point here. So just like that, we have a confirmed setup. As you can see right there, this is a clean confirmed setup. So I'm just going to remove these two here, these things here, just to make it a bit clean. So like I said, let me just recap. I'll be expecting what? A clean drive to the downside, of which it's structurally moving to the downside, tapping into the POI, then get a change of character. Then that is when we look for buying opportunities. The same setup, I'll be looking for it, or the same model, I'll be looking for the same model on the second order block. And if that does not happen, it means that we're just going to scratch out all these two here. First one, second one, scratch them out. Then we're going to look for the right setup here, just because there is liquidity, there is imbalance at the bottom, and then there is a nice order block at the bottom. So just like that, this should be our good setup on VEX 25. Buy just around that point, stops just above, knowing that we're targeting the previous high, just because there is no clear target. We're just going to target the previous high. Or maybe, let's say, maybe you can just be like this. Let's say maybe you want like the overall movement, of which that can happen. So let's just wait and see what happens on VEX 25 and for VEX 10. And the broker that I use like is in the description below. You can just check it out. That is if you like trading these instruments, guys. So refresh the charts. So looking at VEX 10, so let me just set up my mic correctly. So yeah, so this is the structure, yeah, and we had a break of structure at the top, just like that. Clean break, of which I expect to see like clean breaks of structures. So which means that this is your high, this is your lowest point, and then this is your high. And the market gave us a lower low right there, lower high, and then these are internal, guys. This is internal structure, which means that this is a change of character around this point. This was your church at the bottom. Then after having the church, you know that this is your high, then this is your low. So whatever happens like in here, let me just draw a gray box. So whatever happens within here is just internal up until we break the low. Just because we didn't break the low around here, this is just a liquidity sweep just around this point. This is just a liquidity sweep. There is nothing much to it. And if you use the flip tool from the high to the low, you can clearly notice that the market tapped into the discounted area of this overall price action, of which this was nice. And as you can see, there was a bit of liquidity, or relatively equal highs within that point, just to confirm that we have like liquidity in the markets. So just like that, the market continued to drop to the downside, giving us clean breaks of structures. So just around here, break of structure, can just use a B in the middle. Then after that, we had this as our highest point, then this is our low, then we had a lower high tapping into an area of interest just around this point here. Then we had a new break of structure again, so just around this point here. And you just have to look at the candlesticks and see if like they give you a confirmed pullback, just because if you don't get like confirmed pullbacks, you're going to have issues whenever you take entries. So from the high to the low, you can clearly notice that we tapped into like a fair value gap, just because this is a fair value gap, this is another fair value gap. So we respected this one here. respected this one here. And what I like about this setup here, you can clearly see that we tapped into the fair value gap, then we had a change of character at on the lower time frames, break of structure on the lower time frame. Then this is our supply area. Then the market continued to drop to the downside, giving us a new break of structure, of which it's here. Break of structure. Then look at the overall candlesticks. So we have this one, this one, this one, this one. So this is a clean pullback, as you can see here. Then we tapped into this area here of supply, of which this is a nice supply. After tapping into that nice supply area, we got a new break of structure, of which it's this one here. And we don't count for these weeks here. We don't count for these weeks here. We only count for a clean candle break, guys. Né? So after that means that this is your high, then this is your lowest point. So if this high here gets taken out, it means that we have a change of character, and that was what happened. So as you can see here, we had a change of character, which means that we are no longer looking for sells. Instead, we are going to look for buying opportunities. And then if you just look at the structure, you will see that we have liquidity at the bottom, just around here, relatively equal lows. That confirms like a liquidity area. Then after that, we have to look for areas of imbalance. So if you look closely in this price leg here, you'll see that we have a gap, of which that gap confirms a fair value gap. That's what we want to see in the markets. Then after that, we want to see our order block, of which that is our demand zone. And then the demand zone that we have here, it's this one here. And then on the lower time frame, what we do is we try and refine all our areas of interest, just so that we can get like all those snapper entries perfectly, guys. Né? So the 1 hour time frame, that's what I use to just refine my areas of interest. So as you can see here, we can just pull this one here. As you can see, we had a sell to buy. That is our area of interest. Then around here, we also had some type of a sweep of liquidity. That means that this is a confirmed order block that we can use to take our buy positions. So around here, I'm just going to remove all these zones here, just because they are no longer in use. So if we check out like the structure here, we need to be looking at the last candle that broke structures, né? Or the last candle that gave us a change of character, of which it's this one in this case. So this one here, so that one is going to be used for just confirmations. So let's say maybe we just drive to the downside, then get a change of character within here. I will gladly take that trade, just because even if it gives us like a loss or something, I'll be waiting for a clean proper setup at the bottom of the structure, just like that, using my stop loss, of which I'll be placing the entry right here. Then my stops should be just below this area here. Overall targets at the top of the structure, obviously, is because we want to maximize on all our positions. So this should be a 15-hour trade. That is if it goes in our direction. So that is the market update that I have for you guys for today, and I'll see you on another video.